If your wife, she's only willing to give you her private part and nothing else, that's not a wife. If you're looking for a sister and she's only willing to give you her private part, nothing else, that's not a wife. Run away, Aki. A wife who wake up for her fajr, pray her pray, and read her Quran and open some other books to educate herself so she can give that legacy to your kids. That is the right wife. Many of us these days, we're looking for beautiful sisters, but we don't check her deen. We don't even check if they pray. Why? Because the deen becomes not important in our life anymore. We exchange the deen with the dunya. The deen, forget the deen, bro. We're gonna live here forever. Why do you want to talk to me about deen? Talk to me about beauty. Talk to me about big ass. Talk to me about big breasts. Talk to me about nice life, bro. Why are you always talking about deen? Forget the deen, bro. You're making us headache. We exchange the deen with the dunya. But we forgot the dunya is very short. The dunya is spirit. Look for the sister who is willing to do everything she can just to take you and her kid to heaven. I want you to be my husband in heaven. I want you to be my husband in heaven. I want to meet with you again in heaven. Us and our kids. That's the right wife. Many of the sisters these days, they're looking for a man with a car. No problem, sister. You can look for someone with a nice car. A rich man, no problem. It's halal. But make sure the man in that car, make sure the man in that car has deen. Make sure the man in that car has respect. Make sure the man in that car has dignity. Make sure the man in that car will remind you of your salah. Make sure the man in that car will take his kids to the masjid so they can get relate to the masjid from young age. Make sure the man in that car will teach his kids their deen before the dunya, because the dunya is very easy to get. The dunya is free. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said Allah will give the dunya to those who they want it, and those who they don't want it, Allah will still give it to them. But Allah will not give the akhirah except to those who they want the akhirah. Allah will not give the hereafter except to those who they want the hereafter. It's not easy and it's not free. It's hard. And this is why you need a good partner. Someone will help you to keep driving on that hard path, to keep driving on that struggle path. But the easier path is free. Anyone can get the dunya. But the akhirah is not for you. The akhirah is for those who they chose the akhirah. Look at Khadija, the wife of the Prophet, peace be upon him. She was the richest woman at her time. She was wealthier. Many people, they requested to marry Khadija. Many people, those who they have high position in their community at that time, and some of them they rich. Why Khadija did not marry them? Because that's not what Khadija she were looking for. But when she saw a good sign on the Prophet, when she saw the character of the Prophet, she proposed, she requested to marry him. She even paid the mahar. Why? Because there's a good sign in that man. There's a good character in that man. This is the man who deserves my wealth. This is the man who deserves me. Why? Because she's a wise woman. She's not just rich. She's a wise. Otherwise, she wouldn't choose the Prophet. As there were many leaders on that time, they requested to marry Khadija. Why? Because she wasn't just wealthy. Khadija, she was beautiful. She was the most beautiful lady in Makkah. It wasn't just about money and wealth. She was also beautiful. But she requested to marry the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And he doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have literally nothing. Even the money to marry Khadija. Khadija, she paid it. Because his character is rich. His character was the right character for Khadija. And that's the reason why Khadija, she was willing to pay whatever she can just to have that man. But these days, we don't see like Khadija. We only see those who they willing to provide you their private part, nothing else. And some of the sisters, wallahi, they don't care about dunya, they don't care about akhirah. Useless. And not just the sisters, there's some akis who they will only marry you because of your beauty. They come, they pay your mahar, they marry you, couple days, divorced. Why? Because the marriage was only for both private part. Only your private part. Come, you have a nice bunda sister. And you handsome. Marriage done. Couple days, the marriage is finished, divorced. And this is why I call this generation private part. Assalamu alaikum.